Did you grow up watching Avatar? Did you discover it at like a certain point? Like what's your relationship to it?
My grandfather, he was a Buddhist monk. He was one of the Dalai Lama's monks. And so we grew up around a lot of this kind of philosophy and thinking. And like, he first discovered this show. I think our mom watched it at the gym on a treadmill and was like, I have to show this to my kids. I've now gotten a recommendation from my, from grandfather and myself. And so then it became the family show. And we grew up watching it together. And really, it's been like one of the things that has bonded us and kept us close and with a communal kind of understanding and reference points. We both have our different interests. And I, lean a little more towards some stories, like I'm a little more Golden Compass. He's a little more Lord of the Rings, but we can land at Avatar.
Well, very quick, and we're not here to talk about them, but very quick shout out to your mom, Uma Thurman, who apparently watched the show on a treadmill. That makes me also very happy. This is lovely.
It took us a long time to get our dad to watch it, but again, in the pandemic, we sort of sat around and we went all the way through. And now he calls us and it's like, I was just thinking about that moment at the end where Aang chooses not to kill the Fire Lord. I feel like that's me right now. And we're like, yeah, Dad.
You're welcome. Phenomenal. Just having a sense, your dad is Ethan Hawke, and just knowing that he has a real love of like beautiful literary masterpieces, and he has such an appreciation. He's an author also. Like, this is the kind of show where if you can get somebody who's very erudite to give it a chance, then they will fall in love with it also.
But hold up. I don't want to skip over the fact that your grandfather was a Buddhist monk for the Dalai Lama.
I know.
What?
What a compliment to the show.
What an airbender.
What a compliment to the show that a wonderful divine mind and heart was like, hey, they got this right.
I didn't know we could be monks.
That's so wonderful.
He loves it, and he goes by the name Tenzin in our household.
Master Tenzin, I'm so glad you're here. I can't wait to get started.
What?
Oh my God! This is the least we've ever spoken. We're just
we're both
what's
just speechless. Going on right now.
This is beautiful.
You really brought the Avatar verse into the world.
I know. It's never been classier. The Avatar verse has never been classier than it is today and right now.
I'm fascinated.
Yeah. Well, you talked about a second ago, Maya. You said that you and Levon have different. You're drawn to other stories like Lord of the Rings and like the Golden Compass. Are there themes, just to use that term broadly, within the Avatarverse that really speak to you? Like, are there sort of,
I mean, where do we begin? I almost feel like we need a more narrow question because there's so much that's true. But I mean, obviously, because it's the focus of the episode, the sibling dynamics that are portrayed without the show is definitely something we talk about a lot. Like, Mako and Bolin are so important. Sokka and Katara, obviously, Zuko and Azula are so and all of these different examples of different ways in which siblings and this proximity that you have to each other and this deep love can both can create complication and also tremendous bond and change. That we talk about that a lot.
Absolutely. And like one thing we were talking about this morning even was in the episode The Painted Lady of the initial show is that you get Katara's wanting to stop and help these people while Sokka is focused on the future. And there's hundreds of towns like these. They can't stop at every single one. And then that's just kind of the embodiment of their big clash with each other, what it always is, of compassion in the moment versus steps that have to justify the ends. And I think that that's really true of like all the sibling duos, is one of them tends to lean more towards momentary honesty and the other with more a vision towards the future. It's definitely true of like Zuko and Azula and also of Mako.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, brothers.
It's deep.
Like what you saw? Well, that was just the tip of the iceberg.
Full episodes of Avatar Braving the Elements are available right here on the Avatar Legends YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts.
And catch more Avatar, The Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra on Paramount+.
My era's not over yet!